Very good morning, guys. Yeah. So, last class I was just giving you an introduction to REST services. Okay. So what I explained you, basically, if at all you want to consume anything from remote systems, first we have a concept called as distributed technologies. Different distributed technologies are there. Later on, to overcome the drawbacks in the distributed technologies, they introduced as web services. And the beauty of the web services is cross-language communication. You can just communicate with other languages, like cross-language communication is what possible. And later, there are some drawbacks as I do with the web services. One is I require to create a proxy. And if the server is updated and my proxy is not updated, I don't see the correct results. And then what we have is one more drawback. Along with the data, a lot of metadata is traveled to and fro, browser to server, server to browser. And to overcome this problem, we have what? REST services. Okay, REST services. Okay, let's go through the history of the things here. Have a look. ASP.NET Web API. Actually, ASP.NET Web API is a framework for building HTTP services that can be accessed from any client, including browser, desktop, and mobile devices. It is an ideal platform for building RESTful applications on the .NET framework. Actually, what is the plan is to build RESTful applications, RESTful services, I said you. And to build that RESTful services, what we have? ASP.NET Web API. Yesterday, I ended the discussion here only. Correct? To build RESTful applications, we just require ASP.NET Web API. Okay, put this first paragraph aside. Just we'll read this a minute here. We'll read this particularly a minute. Just we'll start from here. We'll come back there again. Background of Web API. Connectivity between applications is a very important aspect from a business application perspective. Connectivity between applications, as I was telling you in the last class, I need connectivity between different applications here. See, my application requires an online transaction. For an online transaction, I need a credit card, and the credit card has to be validated. And I don't know how to validate. See, I don't know. You entered a credit card number. I don't know whether this card is valid or not. So I need a connectivity with the bank. Is the bank going to give access to the database? Huh? Is the bank going to give access to the database? No, they don't give access to the database here. What will they say? Array, pass all your information. I will validate and tell you whether this data is correct or wrong. Did you catch my point or not? I will pass all the data to the database, to the bank server. Okay, how to pass, I'll tell you. I need to pass the information to the bank. Okay, passing to the bank in the sense, will you take all the information on a paper, go to the bank and ask her? No, everything should be online. Everything should be done online, on a fly. When the user entered the credit card type, selected the credit card type, entered the credit card number, entered the expiry date and a CVV number, all these details entered, and once he clicks on OK or submit, immediately all the data should go to the bank and they should provide me the information. See, if I have access to bank's database, I'll go to verify in the bank database whether all these details are correct or not. But I don't have access to bank's database now. Not like a bank doesn't give it also. If it gives you tomorrow, you will sell that information now. Or you will sell that information now. If you have access to data, you will copy the data and you will sell that information. That is dangerous, na? So they cannot disclose the information like this to you. Okay? So when you enter all the details, what happens in the background is this all information goes to the banking website. And once it goes to the banking application, there is one application on the bank server. There is one application on the bank's server. All the data goes to that application. and that is going to send me the response. That is going to send me the response. What will it tell you? Valid, invalid, that's all. It doesn't give you anything more than that. Are you clear? And if it is valid, the credit card number what you entered will be sent back to you in an encrypted format. In an encrypted format. And that encrypted information is what I store actually in the database. Got it or not? What I store in the database? The encrypted information. Okay. So that's what exactly happens to you behind the skin. And then, and one more thing, in our records, we don't store CVV number also. That is the reason why anytime you notice your card is already added in Amazon or Flipkart or anything, next time you go for doing it, it won't ask you for this, it won't ask you for the number and all these things, but it'll ask you for CVV. It'll ask you for the CVV because CVV is not stored basically. We don't store the CVV. Understood my point? The CVV number is not stored in the bank's records at all. That is always asked on a fly and validated on a fly. Okay now? See, now I need now my application needs to talk with the banking. So for that, they develop an application now. And in that application, they write all the logic. When it receives the input, it will connect it to database and provides the response to me. Now see, my application needs to talk with the banking application now. Are you clearer? Yesterday I said you different options to you. I showed you one more thing called Vertex. That is basically tax management. I said you this, remember what is that? If at all you're purchasing any product, if the product is for agricultural usage, the government gives tax exemption. The government gives tax exemption. You're required to pay some tax and the government will give you the tax exemption. And for the tax exemption, what you're required to do is you're required to upload the certificates actually. You're doing an agricultural business or something. You will have some certificate for that particular thing. See, if you're registered your company, the government gives you a registration page, registration one paper. And that particular thing should be, you're required to frame it and put it in your store now. Register number and all. Okay. So same way, government will allocate some certificates to them. And what people has to do, people has to upload the certificates. Once you upload the certificates, that should be validated with the bank, with the government records. And if everything is fine, the tax exemption is given. And all this process, understand, I am selling products and I don't have any access to government records to check the certifications and all the appropriate thing. There is a separate company with a name called as Vertex. What did Vertex will do? The Vertex has access to the government records and all. They have the contract with them. And they are the one which are going to validate. See, you're going to submit your income tax. Generally, you require an authorized auditor to do that. An auditor is required. So exactly to manage all the tax, there is a separate organization. And in my application, what they do is only upload the certificates. Once they upload the certificate, what will happen? The certificates will be taken by Vertex. Vertex will do a verification. And after doing the verification, they will give you the exemption. They just give a sign off. Means valid or invalid. If they say valid, then the tax is exempted for him. If they say this is invalid, the tax exemption will not happen. And see, for that, I need to talk with another third party. And that is also, they also do the same thing. They build an application now. I process all the data to that application will send me the response. So that's why connectivity between the applications is very, very important. Are you getting my point? Okay, that's the first point. Connectivity between applications is a very important aspect from the business application perspective. Nowadays, there are a lot of mobile applications and single page applications are being created, and such application needs a strong service end that can provide these applications with the data and the CRUD operations on the data. What is that? You open any of this Uber, any of this Rapido or Ola, all these applications. Notice all these applications here. For all these applications, You want to book a vehicle. You just want to book a vehicle. When you open the app, it will show you all the nearest vehicles around you. How does your app know? And your application, just understand, mobile application, are they big in size or small in size? Very small in size now. They're very small in size. Means they don't have any logic behind the screen now. So basically, all these mobile apps in the background will be connecting to a server. Will be connecting to a server. That's you see, if at all you want to book a Rapido or Uber or anything, you should be online first. You should be online. And when you're typing, it'll show you the locations to you, what you will select. Am I correct? Okay. And once you try to do it, in the background, something will happen and it'll show you the nearest vehicles around you. And how your app gets all this information is making, it is connecting to some application in the background. It connects to some application in the background. That application provides the required data for your app. Got it or not? That application provides the required data for your app basically. See, in Facebook feeds, scroll down, the feeds are coming for you. It is connecting to the Facebook server to pull all the information from the server now. So every application requires a strong backend. No, backend, not also backend, a service end, which will provide the information. And using that, tomorrow you can perform your CRUD operations also. You can make a post in a Facebook. Means you're performing a insert. You're viewing, means you're doing a select. You're doing a select now. And you posted, you made a post, and tomorrow you can edit your post also. When you're doing a put, you can delete your post also. Are you clear? Always we talk with a database here, not only database here. Even you make a Facebook post, that is nothing but an insert, a post operation. If you edit the post, that is nothing but a put operation. If you delete your post, that is a delete operation. And you see the post, that is a select operation. So are you doing CRUD operations or not? So that's the point. All of us have to understand this. Okay, someone has to be in the background to provide the information. I did not mention about distributed technologies here, but first I said you to do this first. What we have? Distributed technologies. Later on, web services. Later on, what we have? Web services. Okay, I start from web services. SOAP and ASP.NET web services. Actually, web services, we call them as XML web services. And these XML web services in the background work on a protocol called as SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol. Simple Object Access Protocol. SOAP it is called. Okay, see now. SOAP and read it louder. A great way of creating connected web applications. It's one of the mechanism how we used to create. SOAP is a XML based protocol that communicates over HTTP. We can think of SOAP as a message format for sending messages between application using XML. See, basically, I need to send a request to the server. The request will go to the server in XML format. Are you clear? And that XML format basically we call it as a SOAP. SOAP. Okay, see that's what. We can think of SOAP as message format for sending messages between applications using XML. It is independent of technology, platform, language too. Yesterday I already said, you remember? I only said about language yesterday. Technology also I said to you. Why? Java web service can be called from .NET. Technology difference now. There is a Java language, there is a C# language. Language difference now. And a platform also. That service is running on Linux. I want to call from Windows. I can. Why? The information is exchanged in XML. XML is a text. Already we discussed the text is platform independent. So technology independent, platform independent, language independent. Next. ASP.NET Web Services provided us an option. JVM in Java, they call Java Web Services. In Python, they have Python Web Services. So every technology have the web services concept now. Everywhere you can build a web service. They are language independent, technology independent, platform independent. So a Java web service can be consumed by anyone, or a .NET web service can be consumed by anyone. Are you getting my point here? Okay. So yesterday I said to you, Vertex provides me a web service. I will use that web service in my code. How did Vertex develop this web service, Mace? I don't know. I don't know how did Vertex develop this web service here. They used Java technology, they used Python technology, they used .NET technology. I don't know. Because what I require to do is, I require to add a reference, web reference. Once I add a web reference, what will happen? It will bring you all the information and creates you a proxy. Tomorrow you can create the instance of the proxy classes and call. And it will send the data in, see this proxy class will convert all your data into XML. And the XML data will go to server. And the request is processed and bring you back the XML. Once it brings back the XML, that proxy class will convert into .NET object. Are you getting me? Yesterday I said, you see, I have a method. The method takes a ID and gets the employee's information. Sorry, the method takes a department number and gets the employees working in the department. Okay, my request goes in XML. Suppose the web service is developed in Java. So in Java, they written the code. What code? To connect to database and load the information now from Oracle database. And all the data first comes into result set. In Java, what is that called? Result set. All the data comes into result set. Now the result set data will be converted into XML and comes to my system. On my system, it will convert into data set. See the beauty? There it is a result set. Here it is a, because both of them will hold the data in XML only. So XML data is coming. The XML data is loaded in the data set and you can start using your data set now. Tomorrow, in the reverse scenario, also same only. You will pass a data set that will go and convert into result set. The best example I'll tell you. Remember language independency in .NET? You written VB.NET code, and when you come to C#, all the code translated and shown in C# format to you. Remember or not? Same way you write some C# code over to VB, it will show in VB format. Automatically implicit conversions are happening for you there. Got it? Okay, the same thing. Java to .NET, .NET to Java, Java to Python, Python to .NET, any language to any language. The interaction is possible with XML web services. Okay. Next, problem with SOAP and web services. These are the drawbacks here. What is the first drawback? SOAP offered an excellent way of transferring data between the application, but the problem with SOAP was, along with the data, a lot of other metadata also needs to be transferred with each request and response. So much of metadata will be traveling to and fro. Your data is small only, metadata is long. Metadata is large. Yesterday I given you an example, remember? You want to do shopping and you're taking 5 people along with you now. You're the one who are going to do the shopping now. And along with you, another 5 people came now. Okay, next. This extra information is needed to find out the capabilities of the service and other metadata related to the data that is being transferred coming from the server. Means it is going to talk, it is going to describe the data actually. All this information is needed to describe the data. This makes the payload heavy even for small data. The payload is heavy. What is payload? Payload in the sense, we'll send a request now. Or we'll send a request now. To send a request, we will build some XML information here that is called payload. To send a request, we will build some XML information. We will build some XML information and we call that as a payload. Okay, next. I said you this, remember? Client should first create a proxy. How to create a proxy? They will provide you a URL. You need to add a web reference. And when you add a web reference, proxy classes are created. Okay, next. What is marshalling and marshalling, sir? Conversion. Conversion here. Marshalling and marshalling in the sense conversion. Result set to XML is called as marshalling. XML to data set is called as unmarshalling. Okay, next. The problem with the proxy is that if the service is updated and the proxy on the client is not, then application might behave incorrectly. Service is updated here. Today, a method what I'm calling is expecting 3 parameters. But earlier it expecting 2 only. But now they changed. I did not update my proxy now. So my proxy will give an interface to pass only 2 values now. If you pass 2 values, the service won't respond because the service is expecting a third value. Third value now. Okay now? These are the drawbacks. Now see, introduction of REST. REST stands for a representative state transfer. It is a protocol for exchanging data over a distributed environment. The main idea behind REST is that we should treat our service as resource, and we should be able to use simple HTTP protocols to perform various operations on that resource. For example, when we talk about a database as a resource, what is the resource now? Database is a resource. We usually talk in the terms of CRUD now. Create means insert, retrieve, select. Update is update only, delete is delete only. Now the philosophy of REST is that for a remote resource, all these operations should be possible, and they should be possible by using simple HTTP protocols. Now the basic CRUD operations are mapped to the HTTP protocols in the following manner. Watch it. Yesterday I taught you already. Get means select, post means insert, put means delete means read it. Read all the 4 louder. Did you understand? It is mapped to select, read. Post is mapped to create, insert. Put is mapped to update, update only. Delete is mapped to delete. See, now on the top of your methods, we used to write HTTP get, HTTP post, same style. We'll write HTTP get, HTTP post, HTTP put, HTTP delete. We'll use all these options. Okay. When you write the code, it's clear to understand for you. Next, let's take a simple example of some remote resource that contains a database for list of movies. And the list of movies can be retrieved using a URL like this. A URL will be given like this, guys. If you type this URL, it will do a get now and it will get you the information to you now. It will do a get and get you the information. Are you clear? See the second one. And that's again routing. That's again routing /ID. I'm passing an ID. What is that? I want to move with ID 1 to 3. If I don't pass the ID, I'm expecting all. If I pass an ID, I'm expecting only special. Okay. Next. Stop it. Same URI. It won't change, guys. The URL will not change. It will be same UI. But the type will be get put post. Sorry, put post delete. URL for all the things will be same. No need proxies. No need proxies. URL will be same. And here also information can be transferred in XML. But if you feel XML is unnecessary lengthy data, JSON. JSON actually, mainly JSON is the main thing what is used in this case for exchanging the data. Now see, benefits of the REST. First, Data will be traveling. What will be traveling? Data. Mainly understand here. The agenda of all the distributed services is same. What is it? Exchange data. All the distributed application, either what we have in the starting days or web services or REST services, whatever you take, all these are going to be one and the same. What is that? Exchanging data between the application. I will send some input, you send me some response. Exchanging data between each other. Okay. So here only data will be traveling. Second point. I'll get data and the data is going to be processed. Okay now? Now the question is how to develop a web service. How to develop a web service. To develop a web service, when Microsoft introduced ASP.NET, they also provided an option for building web services also. ASP.NET Web Forms, same way, ASP.NET Web Services. We used to have a separate project template. We used to have a separate project template, and you can choose web service project template from there. And with that, you can build a web service. And today, web services are outdated. I said you are not using it for security for two reasons mainly: proxies and unnecessary metadata. Okay, but earlier we have this option for creating a web service. Nothing here, that is also class only. The extension is .asmx. The extension is .asmx. Got it? Just a class. But to tell this is a web service, on the top of the class, we write web service. We write web service. If you want to write any methods in the class, we write the method with web method. Web method. Okay. For example, you are developing a web service, guys. What is the web service? As I said, your web service receives an ID. Your web service receives a ID. What ID? Department ID, and sends the employee data back now. And sends the employee data. This is how we should write the code. What? First, web service, public class, DB service. And if you want to make this class as a web service, you're required to inherit from a predefined class called as web service. You're required to inherit from a predefined class called as web service. Now inside of it, I want to write a method, public. The return type of the method is dataset. Okay, get employee list. What I'm passing? ID. What ID? Department ID, guys. Imagine that is a department ID. Otherwise, let us say department ID. Now, write code for connecting to database and fetch the employee data based on department ID into a data set. Into a data set. What you'll do in the last? Return data set. You're going to return the data set. Return type is data set na? Just on the top of this method, we require to write web method. That's a web service. This is a web method. And once you do that, your application is a web service. You don't require to write any complex code. Very simple. Now it is a web service. This is going to be a web service. So people can send a request to this online. When you means your project, when you run it, it will provide you an URL actually. And that URL give it to clients. Clients can add a web reference. When the clients add a web reference, automatically the service is accessible to them and they can call it. A Java application, Python application, anyone can call. Are you getting me? So how to develop a web service? We have a concept called ASP.NET Web Services. In Java, Java Web Services. In Python, Python Web Services. This is how they used to develop the web services. Okay. Now, so web services are outdated. You said how to build a web service, but how to build a REST service, sir? To build REST services here, First, Microsoft given one option called as WCF, Windows Communication Foundation. Are you clear? This Windows Communication Foundation actually, guys, it was purely Microsoft technology, not available for any other. This came in between the web services and REST services. In between the web services and REST services, Microsoft had designed its own technology called as WCF for distributed application communication. For distributed application communication. It has a lot of advantages in it and disadvantages also. Disadvantages also there. So WCF used to be there. Using WCF, they used to build the distributed application. And when it came between web services and REST services, and this is purely Microsoft technology, only for Microsoft apps only. Only for Microsoft apps only that is useful. Okay. So like this, WCF came. And when it came 2008 it came. And afterwards, industry launched what? REST services. When REST services are launched, in WCF only, Microsoft added a feature for building the REST services also. In WCF only, Microsoft added a feature to build the REST services. But unfortunately, people did not like it. Developers did not like it. Why? Very complex coding and configurations to be done. Very complex coding and configurations has to be done. So that is the foundation from Microsoft. Later, what they done? Later, without this WCF, they launched a complete different option in ASP.NET called as ASP.NET Web API, purely for building REST, only REST services. Simple, easy. As simple as your, how do you create a MVC controller? You know how to create MVC controllers now? You don't require an introduction for that, right? Yes or not? Same way, you are now going to build API controllers. What is the difference? The difference is MVC controllers will contain action methods returning views. Correct or not? API controllers will contain action methods returning data. Got it? They don't return a view, guys. What will they return you? Data. They are going to return the data. No views comes into picture. Are you getting my point or not? There is no view coming into picture. See, I said you, Vertex provides me data. Paymetrics provides me data. They provide me data. I will use that data in my application for creating the views. Got it? The main difference between MVC controller and API controller is MVC controller's main agenda is to return views. API controller's main agenda is to return data. Data will come. No views here, only data. So how do we use the data? You can use the data anywhere you want. You can use the data in web applications. You can use the data in mobile applications. You can use the data in the desktop application. Very simple here. Till now, database is giving data to you. Correct? Yes or not? Now API will give data. Got the point or not? Sir, why sir? I can access database only now. Array, you don't have access to the database now. There is a banking database. Why will bank give access to its database to you? Understood? So that's the bank is telling, I won't give you data. I will give you an API. The API will give you the data what you require. That's all. I don't give all the data to you. I will only give you the data what you require. Yesterday I said, you see, in my I shown you my web application to you. My company maintains all this particular data. My company maintains all this particular data in SAP. My company maintains all this data in SAP actually. Okay. So SAP is the one what they use for maintaining all the information actually. Now, I'm a web application developer. I'm a web application developer. To display the products information, to display the products information, what do I need? I need data. I need data. But SAP doesn't provide access to data. Did you get my point? SAP doesn't provide access to the data. If I ask SAP to give me the data, SAP doesn't give me data at all. SAP doesn't give me any data at all. They don't give access. I'm sorry. SAP doesn't give access to the database at all. SAP doesn't give access to database. Even though they give access to the database, that their database is not like our SQL server here. It is completely different way they organize it. And we don't know the relations between the tables there and all. And we cannot fetch the data from there. And that too, they store a lot of information and we don't require all those things. We don't require all those things. First thing, they don't give access to their database. Even they give access to database also, we cannot understand their structure because it's a different way how SAP stores data in it. And third point, it has a lot of information which is not required for me. I don't know because I'm not a SAP developer. I don't know what is this. I don't know what is this. I don't know this information now. So that's way what happens, SAP provides me APIs. SAP provides me APIs. Once SAP provides me API, what my MVC application will do, my MVC application will call that API now. Now API will provide me the data. I will receive the data and I will display the data on the user. Earlier, how we used to write, say, I'll tell you the difference. This is your view. Okay. Your view interacts with a controller background. Okay. And this controller, with the help of a model, will talk to. This is how you develop it till now. Remember? The change now is you don't have access to database here. You will talk with a API. API talks to the database. Did you get my point? This API contains the database logic, not my model where database logic. So all the database logic will execute and directly it will return me the data and the data is given to the view. So what comes here? API. So my application also same only now. I can build a desktop application like this. I can build a web application. I can build a mobile application also, any application. Are you clear? I'll show you a picture, watch. What is the center? Web API. I have web application, I have mobile application, I have Windows Forms application. I'll send a request, I'll get the response. And the response can be sent back either in JSON, XML, or other formats also, text formats or any other formats also. But mainly what we use is JSON. Mainly what you are going to use is JSON. So anything can be used here. Did you understand that? Yes or not? Okay. So you see, yesterday I was telling you about this yesterday, guys. Let me log in. Yesterday we don't have any data now. So I want to show you with the data. I have an account. There are some, for testing purpose, our testing team has created this with some sample data. Let me load you that. See, first, see here, Azure B2C. What is this? For authentication and all, we're using one Microsoft service called as ADO B2C. ADO B2C, business to customer Microsoft provides an inbuilt application based inbuilt operation. We need to configure that. We need to configure just like Google authenticates me. Arey, Google authentication. Same way here it uses a Microsoft authentication called as A2B2C. See now it authenticated and afterwards it came back to my application. And once it comes back to my application, here it will show me all the different products information. Say, what is it showing you? Any orders which are in process. This is like overview page here. All these things will come. But say here, order history. This shows you all your order history in your Amazon. You have an order history, na? They'll show you the order history. So it's also same. It'll show you the order history of the different products. A tested data, na, that's why some doesn't have images. Yeah, images. What's it? An ink cartridge. This is an ink cartridge. We mainly ourselves printers company. So this is an ink cartridge now. And you can see the complete details of that particular order also here. See, view order details. When I click on that, it will give me the order information. The card used is a MasterCard ending with so and so. Shipping address, address billed, total, tax. Shipping is free, grand total. And here comes the complete product information. Product price is this, plus taxes and all included. This is the final price now. That's how it will show in Amazon also. Are you getting me? Okay, like this. If you want any help and support, you can click and you can just connect with the help and support option also. Understood? If this is in shipping, this is in progress, order is in progress. But suppose this is in shipment. If it is in shipment, we'll get a track URL here. If you click on the button, it will take you to the website and it will show you the tracking details from the delivery pipe. Okay, courier company will be there. The courier company tracking details will come there. Same way, this is my profile. I can edit my profile here. So I have an option to add a new address. I can add new addresses here. Paging to just display the address details. Yeah, multiple addresses are there. If I want to remove, I can remove an address. I want to remove this address. Remove. Ask you for a confirmation. Are you sure? Okay. Just click remove. Should. Oh, this address is connected to your refresh subscription. Okay. This is connected with some subscription, it seems. So it's not allowing us to delete it. We have some condition checks like this. Okay. Address means you have some subscription policy on it. You have some subscription. In Amazon also we have, say, when you order something, do you want to get it every month? It'll ask you. That's called subscription. I can subscribe every month, same date. I want a shampoo. I can put a subscription plan now. Every month, same date, it will be delivered automatically. I don't require to again and again place. If I add my credit card there, it automatically, the subscription will work for you in the background. Okay. Let's try this. No, yeah, all these are connected with some subscriptions basically. So they are not allowing me to delete. But this is the primary address. One address will be the primary address of the user now. This will be the primary address. Payment info. It will show you any cards added. Yesterday, this is blank, right? It will show you any cards added for this particular user. All the cards added for the user now. I want to remove a card. Again, same again, if it is connected with his subscription, it won't allow me to remove. Let me check. Remote. I can do edit card. loading the details actually. See, the CRUD ID is taken in the address bar, see, as a query string and loads the information. See, CVV is not loaded. You're required to fill the CVV now. Are you clear? I'm just making some small change here. Something FL1. I add simply. Save. Oh, CVV is a mandatory thing. The test only now, so it'll take whatever I enter. No issues now. Modified it. Okay. Same way I can click on add. I can enter some credit card details here. But when I enter a credit card number, the credit card validation is not done by my company. It is done in the background by using, imagine like a MasterCard. It's asking, shall I take this as the primary address? If you want, you can select it, otherwise enter the address. Okay, let me, because we have an address validation here. We have a address validation. You cannot enter whatever address you want. If you enter the address behind the screen in US, for every address there is a validation also. Means there is a government service for US. If you pass that address to that, it will tell you that is a valid address or not. It will tell you that is a valid address or not. It won't accept whatever you enter. For that also there is a service in the background. Okay, I'm selecting of this. I'll click on save. When I click on the save background, it connects to Paymetrics, and Paymetrics will provide me the information. If the card is wrong, it will tell you card is not valid, but it's not telling you the card is wrong. What is it telling you? Already this card is associated with someone and you cannot add this card again, it is telling. Are you clear? Okay, suppose I'm selecting MasterCard again, giving a different number. Randomly, I'm typing something. See, luckily, if that number is existing, we can't do anything. Otherwise, yes. This information is coming from Paymetrics. Did you get my point? This information is coming from Paymetrics. What is it telling? Please enter a valid card now. Earlier card is right. That is what it said here. Paymetrics validation is completed there. And payment and now after Paymetrics validation is completed, my application is trying to send this data to SAP now. And SAP rejected it, telling, this card is already added to another user. Please try another card. But now it did not hit the SAP. First, it will go to Paymetrics. If Paymetrics success, then it will go to SAP. If Paymetrics failure, it won't go to SAP at all. Here it failed with Paymetrics only. Did not connect to SAP anymore. Am I clear? Understood all of you? Okay, so this is what? Same way, tax exemption, I said you can upload tax exemption certificates here. I don't know. They don't have any. Yeah. See that. State status. We have sent some dummy records here just for testing purpose. That's why they're not validated. What is this? For every company, Vertex gives a code. Vertex gives a code. So there's a test code basically. State government, Alberta is the state here for that. And effective date, it will show you some information. It will show you. And all this information is again coming for me from Vertex. I don't have this data with me now. My SAP also doesn't maintain this data. Who maintains? Vertex. I need to send this BP number. Yesterday I showed you, see, when I enter the email ID, I got one unique ID. When I send that BP number to Vertex, Vertex will pass me the information I'm receiving and showing you now. Got it? I'll get this information in the form of a list. And you know how to present a list now? Okay. This is something called communication preferences. Communication preferences is, see, the best thing I can tell is, actually, when you are registering anything, you'll find a checkbox in the below, guys. Have you noticed any time? Do you want to receive product newsletters, information about new updates? It'll ask you, right? You will check them. Okay. In India, not a matter here, but in the US, when I don't opt for that, if you send me a message, I'll put a case on your company. Be careful. Did you understand my point or not? Every day we'll receive a lot of messages, a lot of phone calls. But if the same thing happened in US, they'll file a case on that company. They'll file a case on that particular company. Who asked you, say, you're disturbing my privacy? Are you clear? Why are just when you're walking on the road, look at anyone's face in US seriously, he'll put a case on you. You can put a case on you. This fellow is disturbing my privacy. It's legal crime. Understood my point? Okay. So everything should be accepted. I need to accept it. Until then, you don't have a right to do anything now. Okay. And all this information is again maintained by a third party. All this information is again maintained by a third party. Are you clearer or not? Okay. So basically, when the user is going to select that particular option, yeah, okay, you can send me emails and all. That information is stored with the third party. Why? If I store it and I send a message, tomorrow I'll manipulate my database and I'll tell you accepted it. Yes or not? I'll tell you accepted it. That's why it is not maintained from you. It is maintained by a third party, a legal organization. So all this information will go. Tomorrow, if anything goes wrong, if I did not give option to send me a mail now or send me a message now, but you send me an SMS, I'll put a case on you. So now that company will provide the records to the court. Yes, this person has given a consent. This particular person has given a consent. Okay. And the name of that company is OneTrust. The name of the company who maintains all this information is OneTrust. See, in how many systems I'm talking in the background, see? For authentication, Microsoft AWS. For taxes, Vertex. For cards, Paymetrics. Okay. For communication preferences, OneTrust. And apart from that, to get the data, what I show here, SAP. I don't have a database to this application at all. Did you understand my point or not? I don't have a database. This application doesn't have my own database. I don't have SQL Server database in the background at all. All this information is coming from different places, and that is what I'm showing you here. Is it clear? And here tomorrow it will show you the consent. The consent is not given here. The consent is not given. That's you see. If you want to give a consent, set your SMS preference and then see text message SMS preference can be selected. Then see enter the number then. Enter the number and it'll ask you what interest you have. You have interest on printing and digitalization documents, organization and labeling. Means what product do you want the information? These are the products I offer. For what products shall I send you the information? You want for all? Select all the options. Tomorrow, for some reason, I'm feeling like this messaging is going to be junky for me. Always a lot of messages are coming. So I can open my application and I can opt out. Opt in, opt out. Opt in means choose. Opt out means opt in, subscribe. Opt out, unsubscribe. We're unsubscribing. I can opt out. Okay. So see, I have a subscribed everything now. So going forward, see, even that SMS consent option text box is not visible to you right now. Why, sir? Everything is opted out. Everything is opted out for the SMS. So it has opted out the things now. Okay. So this is again a third party things. Finally, when I click on change, it will save my data. It will save my data, not in my records. Where is it? OneTrust. It'll go to OneTrust. Tomorrow, if anyone files a case on the company, OneTrust has to submit all the information to the court. So and so date the user has given a consent. So and so date the user has opted out, opted in. All the data will be maintained by them. They will submit the records to the court now. Got it? Okay. And this is one of the most important section of our site, basically, My Printer Dashboard. It will show the information of the complete printers now, like how many pages you printed till now, average pages. This is one of the biggest page of my site here. How much time it taken to develop all the pages, and that much time is taken to develop only this page. Are you getting me? From starting to ending, one developer fully focusing on this page only. Remaining people develop different pages. But one developer is completely focused on displaying all these particular things. Okay. Okay, it's a brand, like a brand new printer. And average 0 pages and current ink level. Okay. And your ink is going to be completed within a day. Within a day. It'll show you the information. It's a mono laser. It's a mono laser, single color. It's a single color printer. And here I have the list of all my printers. The list of all my printers. I'm selecting another printer. It's all tested data now. Proper data might not be present because for testing, my developers in the background will make changes and all the appropriate things. So may not see all proper information. Let us see. This is completely a brand printer. Your printer is not still connected to them. No data here also. It'll show you like all the information. That's what I want to show you. No data. Okay, only 1 month information is available. May month information is available. Maybe the registered, when that is registered also important. You register some 1 year back, I'll see 1 year data now. You recently registered, I cannot see all the thing. Yes, this is a color laser. Is a color laser. 3 days to complete this color. 7 days to complete this color. Cyan, magenta, yellow, black. How many days left? It will do some calculations and it will tell you. What is this? Refresh. What is the refresh hot order? Means it's a subscription plan basically. You can go here and you can do a subscription for your printer so that I will send you every month the ink toner automatically. Okay, like lots of things here. Duplex pages are printed. What did this see? You saved the environment, it is telling you, by printing duplex. When you print to and fro, automatically you saved that many number of papers now. That's what. Okay, it'll show some green dots telling like you saved green energy now, like green saving. You saved a lot of plants and tree because paper is produced from bamboo. Okay, so papers are saved. That's what it is trying to show you here. And this is one another thing here. Basically, based on the number of pages you printed, it will show some symbols and all the things here, images and all. Okay, like this, you get the appropriate information on this. This will show you the information of all the printers you have. Loading. All these are the printers what you have enrolled. These number of printers will not be there. Your test systems now, they keep on adding like this. Okay. Any notifications, products registrations can be done. A new product can be registered from here. A new product can be registered from here. You can click on this and you can go for registering a new device. See here, see, new product button. It's loading. These are already registered products. They're already registered products. Basically, when you click on the new product, it'll ask you, what is it? What is the serial number of your product? What is the serial number of your product? So basically, every product will have a serial number. See, I'm randomly entering something. Invalid number. Already registered, na? Telling you it's already registered. I entered something randomly, it is valid. Okay. That product number is there, it is not registered. Asking you, what is it? A design cut machine, printing machine, garment printer, sewing machine, asking all the things now. All these are the different products what they manufacture. Suppose I'm selecting a, okay, fax machine or something. Not a fax machine. Let us go with multifunctional printer. That is a printer basically. What type of printer is it? The series, model number, model. You can choose a model. I'm selecting, choosing some model from here. When you click on the next, it'll ask you, where did you purchase from? You purchased from Amazon or an authorized brother dealer, or you purchased from distributor, brother distributor. Selecting something. When did you purchase? And when I provide all the information, it will automatically register that product there. Are you clear? Okay. So that product will be registered and shown to you. So this is basically all the things. Here also, when I confirm, when I complete it, the data will go to SAP now. What request? Post request. It is a post request and the data is inserted into their databases. Am I clear within what I'm not about API, about background services? Did you understand? These background services can be developed using web services, can be developed by using REST services. Yeah, I said you Vertex is a web service. Remaining all are REST services. Remaining all are REST services. Companies updated. Vertex did not update still. So that's why Vertex is still a web service what you are using. Okay, come back. Sorry. Yeah, we already talked about comparison between REST and SOAP. WCF REST services. Windows Communication Foundation came into existence much later than the web service. It provided a much secured and major way of creating the services to achieve whatever we are not able to achieve using. I said, this came in between web and REST, and it provided all the features which are not possible in web services. The other protocol support and even duplex communication. With the WCF, we can define our services once and configure it in a way that it can be used via HTTP, TCP, IPC, and even message queues. What are these? These are different protocols. Web services work only in HTTP protocol. Web services work only in but I want to use a TCP protocol and call it. Web service doesn't provide, but that option is given in REST service. What is not possible in web was introduced in WCF REST services. Okay, we can also configure WCF services to create REST services too. What is it? WCF REST service. But this is very complex process here. We are not going to do that. Why? Read this paragraph. The problem with using WCF REST services is that we need to do a lot of configurations in a WCF service to make it as a RESTful service again now. WCF is suited for scenarios where we want to create a service that should support special actions like one-way messaging, message queues, duplex mess communication. What is one-way messaging? You know, we also call them as push messages. What is it? If you install any app on your mobile, you'll get alerts about that. You install Amazon, you get alerts. Today a sale is going on. That is called push messaging. What? One-way messaging means they will send you. You can't send a message back to them now. That's called one-way messaging back. Okay. Like we have different options here: message queuing, duplex communication, or the services that need to conform to WS specification. Whereas using WCF for creating RESTful services that will provide fully resource-oriented service over HTTP is a little complex. It is complicated. Still, WCF is the only option for creating REST services if there's a limitation of using. Did you understand that point? If you want to build your application by using .NET 3.5 and I want a REST service, the only option is WCF because REST services are introduced in .NET 4.2. Sorry, WCF was introduced in .NET 4.2. Before WCF, I'm sorry, I said wrong. Web API was introduced in .NET 4.0. Web API was introduced in .NET 4.0. In 3.5, I want to develop a REST service. The only option I have is WCF. Are you clear? Evolution of Web API. To overcome all the above problems, Microsoft came out with ASP.NET Web API to facilitate the creation of that can provide fully resource-oriented services for broad range of clients, including desktops, browsers, mobiles, and tablets. ASP.NET Web API is a framework for building REST services easily and in rather simple way. Very easy to develop now. Okay, we don't require to just waste our time. Yeah, come back, guys. Now read this. I will change the term here, RESTful on the .NET framework. You can build REST services on the .NET framework using Web API now. Second paragraph. Mainly it provides access to data, guys. See, you book a ticket in Book My Show. You get a WhatsApp message. How? How? I booked a ticket in Book My Show, but I'm getting a message in WhatsApp now. Are you clear? Book My Show has a contract with WhatsApp. As a contract with WhatsApp. They provide an API to Book My Show. So what will they do? They will send a post message to Book My Show. Sorry, to WhatsApp. And WhatsApp is going to deliver the message to me. WhatsApp is going to deliver the message to you. Don't think like Book My Show will deliver the message to you. No. Book My Show will send a post message to WhatsApp. WhatsApp is going to deliver the message to you now. Means directly Book My Show is not sending it. It goes to WhatsApp, and from WhatsApp that is again a Web API. That is again a API service now. Okay. Web API, as the name suggests, is an API over the web, which can be accessed using, it is a concept and not a technology. We can build web API using different technologies like Java, .NET, Python. Java also has APIs. Python also has API development. Everywhere you have. For example, Twitter's REST API provides programmatic access to read and write data using which we can integrate Twitter capabilities into our, the same thing in the place of Twitter. I said you WhatsApp. WhatsApp. WhatsApp can send you and get you the messages. But the messages are not sent by WhatsApp directly. Who is sending? Book My Show. And Book My Show is not sending the message to me directly. Book My Show is first sending the message to WhatsApp, and WhatsApp will deliver the message to me. The ASP.NET Web API is an extensible framework for building HTTP-based services that can be used in different applications on different platforms such as web, Windows, mobile. It works the same way as a MVC application, except that it sends a data as a response instead of views. This is what I said, you remember, guys. The difference between MVC and Web API is MVC mainly deals with views. Web API deals with data. It is like a web service or WCF service, but the exception is that it only supports HTTP protocol, but only HTTP protocol here. Here also we don't have duplex communications and all the options. Only HTTP protocol support is available here also. And that picture I already shown you. HTTP request, HTTP. Anyone can call this. Anyone can call this one. Okay, guys, come back. Is the first paragraph clear? Once again, to overcome all the above problems, Microsoft came out with ASP.NET Web API to facilitate the creation of RESTful services that can provide fully resource-oriented services for broad range of clients, including desktops, browsers, mobiles, and tablets. ASP.NET Web API is a framework for building REST services easily and in a rather simple way. Easy and simple. Characteristics. Read it, first point. It's an ideal platform for building RESTful services. Second, what it is telling, read the ASP.NET only. You don't require to learn anything new. What you learned in ASP.NET, that only will come into picture now. Request object, response object, all this will be here also. Next. What is, your action method names will be get, put, post, delete. Method name also will be same only. Get method means select. Put method means update. Post method means insert. Delete method means delete. Method name itself is that. Sir, can't we get different names? You can give different name also. If you get different names, you should again use that decorator on the top. I want to write a method called as get. It will get me customer data. It will work like select. No, sir, I want to give the method name as get customers. Not get. I want to give it as get customers. Then decorate the method with HTTP get now. Insert customer. Decorate with HTTP post. Update customer. Decorate with HTTP put. Delete customer. Decorate with HTTP. Otherwise, simply write your method as get, put, post, delete. Finish. No need decorators again now. Directly works. Next. What is BSON? Binary object notation. Just like JavaScript object notation, that is binary object notation means the data will come in binary format to you. Images and all, binary data. Okay, next. It can be hosted on any web server, guys. It can be hosted on any web server. Next. What is that, sir? I have a web service. I want to call that, I have web API. I want to consume that API in a web application. Or desktop application or mobile application, anywhere. To call it, you are provided with one class called HTTP client. With that HTTP client, you can call the API in any application. You can call the API in any application. But the class what you require to use is, you want to connect with the database. Connection is a class now. Same way, HTTP client is a class to call an API. To call a API. Are you getting me? Let's create an API, guys, so that we'll understand it much better. Let us create a new project, guys. What I'm naming? Observe this. We have 3 checkboxes on the right hand side. Remember? First one, web form. Second one, third one. Now I'm going to select the web API now. Create a new project. Web API service. All same. Empty. Select the third checkbox. Do we have views here? Do you have views here? No views. So the folders will be controllers, models, no views. When views are not there, then you don't require scripts. Why do you require scripts now? You don't require scripts and you don't require content also. Bootstraps and all are not required now. See the folder structure. What do you have? App data. You know app data? I don't require to tell you. You have app stat. In app stat, guys, now you have web API config.cs. Not route config. What is it? Web API config. Open it. How to call the API, it will mention here. How to call the API, it will mention here. See the protocol. Sorry. See the route. This is fixed value. Earlier I shown you say NIT something, that is a fixed value. Afterwards, controller. Afterwards, ID. Sir, action method name, you don't require to. I said to you, the URL is same for all. API controller, that's all. ID is optional now. API controller. And if the request is get, it will get you get. If the request is put information. Post, delete. You don't require to call any action method explicitly here. Okay? API controller. Okay? So fine. Now you watch. We have a controllers folder, models folder. No views. No views folder. Because there are no views for this. Okay? Let's create a simple API, guys. How to create an API? Right click. Add a controller. Web API. Web API control. Click on and give a name for it. Give a name for this particular thing. I think I given some name like a test controller or something, guys. Yeah, test controller. And observe this. MVC controllers inherit from a class called controller, right? API controllers inherit from a class called as API controller. They inherit from a class called as API controller. Is it clear? Okay. And now you can start writing your action methods. But actually, they all deal with the data. Array, I want to write a get method. Some data should be there, put or post. So I need some resource now that contains the data. Database is a resource. File is a resource. Yes or not? Can a array or a collection also be a resource? Answer my question. Can a collection or an array be a resource? Yeah, collection and array also can be a resource now. First example, I don't want to connect with a database and show you all. Let me take a list as a resource and explain you. The resource is list. Now on that list, I will do select, insert, update, delete, all these operations now. Are you following me? What is the resource? List. A list is what I'm using as a resource. Check. I taken a list as a resource now. Remember, this is static or non-static? Louder. Static. Someone said static. Here it became static here without using static keyword. Non-static member it is. So every instance will have a separate copy. Are you clear? I'm making it as static. Static means single copy for everyone. What I want to show is someone inserts, I'll get the data. Someone updates, I can see the data. That's why I made it as static. It's a static list, what I'm using. Okay. Now I want to write 5 methods in this. First one, get, to get all the colors. Get with an ID that returns single color. That returns your single color. Post, to add a new color. Put, to update an existing color. Delete, to delete a color. Okay. Okay, guys. Public list of string. List of string. The method name is get. I said if you name it as a get, then there is no need of decorating with a HTTP get again now. But if I change this method as select colors, then I require to decorate with a HTTP get now. Understood? So this is my get method. What is the return type? If you want to make it generalized, IEnumerable. If you want to make it generalized, make it IEnumerable. Next. One color. Understood? Next. I used void. Void. Void post. What? String color. Adding a color. Okay. Put. Put requires 2 parameters. Which color you want to modify? Okay. How do you modify? Colors of ID is equals to color. Colors of ID is equals to color. The new color you're assigning for that in this now. Okay. Well, next, delete. Delete. Remember this method? That is the index. The remove method. The remove method passing the index will remove you now. And what you're doing? Overriding the old value with a new. Adding. And these two to get the values. These two are to get the values. Okay. How to test it, sir? How to test it? Run this first. By default, it'll show you your domain name. That's all. Address bar will show you your domain name. But how to call this? I said you. Just now I shown you a route for you. How? Slash API slash the name of it. What is the name? Test. By default, it will show you the data in XML format. Data is what exchange now. Next, slash 2. 2 means 3. That is green, right? See, got it. First it invoked you the get method without parameters. Now it invoked you the get method with parameters. Add a breakpoints there and verify. See there, it came to get which takes ID as a parameter, right? Sorry guys, that is not deleted. See now, the get which doesn't take any parameter now. And rectangle, all the colors. So how to test post, put and delete? Generally from browser here, I can send only get request. Browsers can send get request only. Okay. But I want to test the post request, put request and delete request. To do that, Google provides you, Google basically provides you one application here from an application called as Postman. Postman. It's an add-on. It's an add-on. It's a free download here. You can just go to Google and download that particular Postman add-on. Okay. So I have Postman already installed. Yesterday I shown you also, if you remember. Postman app, install it. Once you install the Postman, actually I logged on into my account here. Because I logged on into my account, I'm getting all my all the different APIs what I'm using every day. See, basically see SAP, everyone I said you, everyone provides me different APIs to me. Different APIs. And I will add all my APIs here for testing. I will add all my APIs here for testing. See, these are just have a look at. These are the OneTrust APIs. OneTrust for calling OneTrust services. And these are my SAP APIs. Like they give for dev environment and QA environment for development as well as the testing. They give separately all these things. And here, these are all the APIs what they give. See, there are get APIs there, post APIs there. Did you notice it? Same way, see, these are get, post, delete, put. All the different options are there. These are for enrolling my device. When I enroll my device, the printer dashboard is showing me bar charts and all. All that information will come from here. All the information will come from here. Okay. So like this, I have different things from here. Basically, we test it up in the real time. See, I just used one API yesterday. What is it? Get BP by email. Get BP by email. This is the URL. And it will ask me information. What information? Email ID. Email ID. And what is this? Country code. What is country code? Actually, they operate in different countries here. US, Canada, Japan, and all. So I need to pass the country code to tell from which country this customer is. And when I do that, I will get the complete information of that particular customer. This is a get request. Sorry, this is a post request. This is a post request basically. Okay, they're doing a post basically, and I'm getting all the information. And here we see get account. It's a get request. For the get account, I require to pass the BP number. If I use the BP number here and click on the send, it'll get me the information of that, the complete account information of that user. I've shown you addresses data, credit card data, all the data will be published here now. This is the API calling basically. Are you clear? Tell me. Okay, like this, we are just going to get, see, lot of data is there. Nearly some 2,307 items list I got, that much of big information. Still here, billing details are not there. If that is also there, still a lot of things will be added up. Shipping address will be there. Okay. So much credit cards information, all that data will be in this particular place here. Same way, we too can test our APIs from here now. We can test our APIs from here. How to test it? Just watch. Just if you don't save, this won't be visible for you now. If you save it, I save because every day I need to test my APIs from here now. So that's why we save it like this. So let me sign out from my account. Okay, let us leave it. I'm not signing out. Here, see, when you open this, you'll find a create a new request button. Can you see that? Click on that. Enter the URL here. Enter the URL here. Get request. See there, hitting the get. We call this as a web debugging tool. Web debugging tool. We use it for debugging the code. Okay. So /3. Hitting you see, hitting you now, and you are able to see the information. Now I want to perform a insert. I want to perform a insert. Okay, how many colors are there? Let me remove the breakpoints, guys. 5 colors are there. I want to add a new color. What do you want to add? Yellow color. I want to add yellow color there. So I need to send a post request. Post. Showing you see? Post. Okay, post. You're going to post the data. Okay. But how are you going to send the information now? Understand my question. How are you going to send this information? I'm going to send this information through the body. Through the body. Options are there here, see? If you have any authentication there, to pass the authentication information. To pass the authentication. Right now, no authentication. Different types of authentication options will be there. Provided my API is also verifying the authentication. Now we did not do that. If it is there, it will be present. See, all my APIs here are called with some proper authentication. Basic authentication. And if I don't pass this, the APIs are not called. Did you get my point? If I don't pass this, my APIs will not be called now. Okay, for example, I'm giving a wrong password and click send. It's giving something. Should not get to you any cookies. Data is saved here. Cookies are there in the background. They saved up the password and sending up. See? Unauthorized. I'm not authorized to make the request. I did not save it. I forgot the password. Okay, let me close this without saving. Okay, I forgot it. Okay, just forgot. I don't know the password because they save there. I don't know. Okay, let it. I will update tomorrow when I go to the office. But just the authentication details. Any inputs I need to pass? From the body we pass. We pass from the body. For example, see add address. Watch it. Add address. For adding a new address. Information is passed in the body, see. Did you understand me? The information is passed in the body. We pass the information in the body for it. Okay. So like this, modify address. Okay, now. So same like that. I need to pass the information through the body. Through the body. How? Here, we need to choose the option like raw data, JSON. Raw JSON. I mentioned everything in the notes to you, what to select and all. From here, I want to pass a color value, yellow. When I click on the send now, I'm sending a post request and passing a color. Okay now? So when I send it, method not allowed. I got some message like method not allowed. Method not allowed. Why, sir? Basically, the error is not about the method. This one, the error is for post you said string color, but basically when you pass ID, the ID is coming as a query string, right? Yes or not? Now, when I say string color, this also will try to read from query string only now, not from the body. So to tell read from the body, I require to use an attribute here called as from body. I need to use this attribute called as from body, even for put also. Put also, got it? So here also, I need to decorate this from body there. This is to tell, read the information not from query string from the body. But ID is query string only. But actual color is from the body. Okay? Just a second. What is no content? No content means it's a void method. Did not send me any data now. It is a void method, but 200 series is success. Okay, the color is added or not? How to test? Check it out. I want to change the purple color to black. I want to change the purple color to black. Index 3. So change to put. That is the item index now. Now color black. Okay, send. Get. I want to delete the green color. I want to delete the green color. Delete. Index 2, right? No content. Get. Why I took static, if you don't take static, remember here, don't forget, web requests are, there's no link between each request now. Once you send a request and send another request, there is no link between each because you know that once the output comes, everything is destroyed now. If I don't declare static, second time you'll get the old data back again now. For everyone, every request is considered like a separate client. And instance values. One instance values are not given to another instance. That's it. I mean, that's the reason for declaring static for the time being now. Are you clear? Don't use static and see what will happen. You add it. Again, you say get. It will show old values only. It won't show the new values. Until and unless it is static. Because they're not permanent. Nah. Permanently stored in a file. Why? They did not store. I stored in the local. That's all. That's the reason for declaring them as static actually. Are you people clear? Shall we use a database as a resource now? Okay, we'll do it here. Take a break for 20 minutes. We'll assemble back at 11:20. Okay. Guys, let's continue. So what we're doing, so we have just been understood how to write a API, and after writing the API, how to call that particular API. I just shown you how to call it. So we require to take the help of it. So basically, if you want to test the API now, if you want to test your API now, you're testing for the Postman, but in the background, your Visual Studio should be running. In the background, the Visual Studio should be running because the API will send the request to web server. If Visual Studio is not running, the web server will not be running now. Are you getting me? So better do one thing. Host your application on IES. Host it on IES first. Let us host on IES. We know how to host on IES now. Come on, let us host on IES, guys. So let us close the studio. Run as administrator. Okay. Open the Solution Explorer. Properties. Web. Local IIS. Create virtual directory. So now your project is hosted on the IIS. It is hosted on the IIS. So when it is hosted on IIS, what you require to do, you should not use a port anymore now. Correct? In the place of this, what will come? The name of the virtual directory, which is nothing but the project name now. What is it? Web API service. Web API service. Okay, click on the get. Yeah, I should get the data. Now I don't require to run the IES now. See, I'm not running the project in the studio. Did you notice it? But earlier, how did I test it? I ran the project. When I ran the project only, your IES Express will be running. Then only you can test in the Postman now. So without this complication, what did I do? I hosted my project on the IES. Once I hosted my project on the IES, no need to keep the server running now because IES will be running 24/7 under your OS now. Okay. But one more thing I need to show you. So, okay, get is called. Get is called. Let us test post also. Post. I want to add a new color. What is it? Black color. Send. Success. Again, get. Black is added. Okay, now I want to change the green color to white color. I want to change the green color to white color. What should I do? Put the index is 2. And here you require to pass the value in the body. Which color? White. Send. I got an error, guys. 405 method not allowed. 405 method not allowed. I'll tell you the reason for this. Method not allowed in the sense means you cannot call this method. I understand. Method not allowed means you cannot call this particular method. You cannot call this method. But already we tested this. Array, we tested this already. It worked earlier. But it is not telling. Put get worked, post worked. Put is not working. Let us also test delete. Delete. I want to delete the index 2. Array, now also error. So what did not work? Put and delete did not work. But get and post are working. Put and delete. But already earlier, before we hosted on IES, on the IES, local IES, we tested all the 4 functionalities with IES Express. With IIS Express, I shown you all the 4 options to you. But right now, after hosting an IIS, only problem is coming. Why? For security reasons, IIS doesn't allow us to perform put and delete operations. I repeat, for security reasons, IIS should not allow will not allow, what is it? Put and delete operations. Are you clearer or not? And is all due to security reasons, guys. For security purpose, they don't allow you to do this, basically. Okay, na. Okay, so they don't allow you to do all these things for security reasons, basically. So what is going to happen now is, listen, it doesn't allow you to do this. Local IIS, IIS Express means local, nah, anyone can do. But when I go into host on IIS, you can access from different computers now. So security should be there. Security should be there. That's why it restricts you. Delete and update. Array, get no problem. Insert also no problem. You're adding something, but updating is dangerous. Deleting is dangerous. Valuable information can be deleted. So that's it doesn't allow. If you want to allow, you're required to do some settings now. You're required to do some settings. Where, sir? In your projects, web.config. In your projects, web.config, you're required to make some settings now. You're required to make some changes now. So what changes, sir? Watch. Open the web.config in your project. And here, actually, you'll find system.webserver. You'll find this particular thing, system.webserver, handlers, remove, add, some options you'll be finding. Okay, you're required to add 2 more parameters here. You're required to add 2 more parameters here. First, under handlers, say how to work with Postman with screenshots, I put all the things to you. Okay, now? Under handlers, I require to add this. What is it? Remove name is equals to webdev. Just see, some options are there. I added this. Okay, under handlers here, you need to now add something called modules. And again, remove webdev module. Webdev module. Yes, webdev module. These are the 2 settings what you're required to make, guys. First, under handlers, then you're required to add modules. If modules is already there, add only remove. If modules is not there, add with modules. Again, you see. If you find modules, remove. Or else, add modules. Okay, now? Understood all of you? Remove. So once you do this, rebuild the project again. So anytime when you're running on IES, you make a modification, build it. Otherwise, new changes won't reflect. Okay? Come back. Come on. Let us test with put first. Get and post are working. Put is the problem. Put, what is the color? White. Which position? 2 means 3rd position. Send. Got it? See? Again. Get. White. I want to delete purple. There is 3/3. Delete. Working. Get. Any doubts? Understood? better host an IES only. If you host an IES, you can test from other projects now without keeping your studio running always. Okay. In the notes also, I hosted up an IES only and I explained you the things. Now, what is the URL? API and then your protocol. Guys, I want to develop another API to perform CRUD operations on customer. We have a customer table now. To perform the CRUD operations on customer, I want to build a new API. Shall we? Controller. Okay, just a minute. Not a controller. First, models, add a new item, entity data model, test EF, server, SA, 123, MVCTB, yes, customer, finish. We don't want to see that error message, what is coming. First install NT framework and then add the widget. We are doing in the reverse now. What is that? First, we are running the widget and afterwards installing NT framework. First install NT framework, then run the widget. Then you won't face the problem. NT framework. Right click, add a controller, MVC5, oh, sorry, web API controller, customer, now all the methods. Again, how many? 5 methods. One, get customers, get customer, insert customer, update customer, delete customer. I want to write. Same like they've written 5 methods now. Now again, I want to write all the 5 methods. And the logic inside the method, you know now. How to insert, how to update, how to delete on the database. You know, I don't require to give any explanation for you, right? So let me check. Okay. If you don't want to call toolist, they're changed to IEnumerable. If you change to IEnumerable, DC customers will work now. No need to list again. But here I mention list, I call toolist. If I mention IEnumerable, no need. See, if I remove this, error. What is the error? Okay. So let me change it. So if you see that, now another method, getOfInt, sorry, getOfID. Okay, now getOfID. Next, insert. I want to write a insert. Okay. Insert means post, right? Observe it. I'm using a return type here, not void. Earlier I said void HTTP response message. Are you clear? HTTP response message. Okay. And you see that the HTTP response message is going to return you the things here. What you're doing? Customer is an object. You're setting the status, adding it now. What is HTTP response message? Without a void, without saying no content, something has to be shown there. See the return what I'm writing? Created. Created means? Are you clear? Okay. And you understood the point here? You're just trying to tell it as HTTP created. HTTP created is to tell it's created. It is created. If any error comes, internal server error. Internal server error. Okay. That is how it is going to be done. Are you clear? Okay. Now, if you just understand the point here, you are going to give a HTTP response message. If there is any error, exception message. Are you clearer or not? Okay. Like that, you are just going to give the appropriate information here. So if it is success, created. If failure, server message. Are you clearer or not? Okay. Now like this, if you just understand, you're required to write the logic for your put also now. Okay. Let us. There's a put. Same. See here. Notice the code. What are you doing? See? Find. See? Look at here. Are you clearer or not? Okay. You just required to write the condition here. What? Array, not found. Then I'm returning a response now. What response? Not found. Earlier void, yeah, nothing is happening, but we should know something clearly. Inserted, no, sorry. Found the record, did not found the record, updated, some message has to be coming. So that is the reason why here we have taken HTTP response message. The HTTP response message will give you a clear response for that. Am I clearer or not? So this is the customer and here the response message. Okay. Next, we are assigning all the values and calling modified, save changes. If everything is done, okay. Okay indicates success. Internal server error. Understood or not? Internal server error. Internal server error is what you are just going to get it in this case. Okay. So like that, you just need to perform the appropriate actions. You need to perform the appropriate things in this case now. Done. So like this, you are going to perform it. Fine. Next, a method for delete. Here, yeah, that HTTP response message is new to you, but rest all code is not new to you. What is new? HTTP response message is new, remaining all old code only. I'm checking with the condition again here also. What is it? Null. Not found. Exception. Understood? Like this, you're just going to return up all the appropriate values in this case. Okay, guys. So this is how you're just going to perform it. Okay. What next? Next thing is, okay, we have our API is ready. Shall we test it? How to test? Again, you can go to Postman and test it now. How to test? Observe. All 5 methods are there now. Put, post, get. So totally 5. Get all, get single, post, put. Earlier, these 3 methods are void methods, but now a response message because we saw there no content. Not able to understand what exactly is happening. Okay. Build it. Come on. Controller name. So see there. Virtual directory. API customer. Some 7 or 8 records present in the table, remember? No. We'll get all the data. See, the data will come in JSON actually. Oh, we have some 15 records, guys. We have some 15 records in the table. Is it clear? Okay, there are some 15 records inside your table with all having the true status value and everything is coming for me right now here. Okay, now, fine. What next? I just wanted to do this. What? Get a single record. So slash, I need to pass the ID 105. 105. Shall we perform an insert? Okay. Copy this, guys. Copy this. To pass the values, copy this carefully. Go to post. Go to body. Change to raw. JSON here. By default, it will be like a text. Change to JSON. Paste the old values. Change with your new values. 106. Some name. Balance of 50,000. City, Hyderabad. Click on send. ID 106 is already existing. I thought of giving 116, but my mistake, I entered 106. 116. See the internal server error. That's what I said you. created. Okay, change to get again. One one six is a new record. Working up. What next? I want to update some record here. I want to update some record here. Any record. Okay, I want to update this 1110. I want to update 1110's data. Go to put this balance 17,000 is there now. Let it make it as 25,000. Okay, let me make it as 25,000. Click on send created. Just a minute, I'm passing 1 to 1. Existing or not existing? That's what the conditions are written in the code now. Return not found. Not found is coming. Okay, fine. But earlier we were done with correct data only now and update worked. And we got that message also. What is it? Okay. See, request is success. The server responded as required. The server given you the message now. Success message. Now again go to get. It's fine. Update it. I want to delete the record number 107. 107. Delete 107. Send. Okay. Say delete 127. Not found. 107 is existing now. Okay. We got okay. Again, get. False. I did not put the condition there. That's why I'm getting all the records, but here it is false. Is it clear, all of you? We're able to test all the things now. So all the API is giving you the data, get, put, post, delete. Like we are able to do all the CRUD operations. So now what you do, you can call this API from anywhere now. You can call from a desktop application. You can call from a web application. We can call from a mobile application. Anywhere you can call. Okay. Well, let me show you calling it also. Let me show you calling it also. How to call this? How to call this particular thing? Okay. I want to call it from. Okay. I want to design something like this, guys. Did you understand? Already API is talking to the database now. I want to develop a controller talking to the API, not to the database. Did you understand me? What I want to do? I want to call it from the API, not from the database. Listen, you're developing the views. You're developing the views by using MVC. You're developing the views by using MVC, Razor Pages architecture. So in the controller, you can write code for calling the API now. In the controller, you can write the code for calling the API. For calling the API, you can write the code in the controller. Okay, now. Fine. Sir, no, sir. My front end is Angular, React. Are you getting me? My front end is a Angular or React or jQuery, something like that. So you can call from a jQuery application. You can call from jQuery code. You can call from Angular code. You can call from React code. Anywhere you can call Vue.js, any architectures like Angular, React, Vue.js. So many are there. From anywhere you can just call it. No, sir. I want to call it from a .NET application. From there also we can call. Anywhere you can call it. Okay, let me show you both the two things. things. What? Calling from a front-end technology like we are not familiar with Anglers and React, we'll see jQuery. All are same here, jQuery. Okay, I want to call it from jQuery. Understood? Second, I want to call from MVC controller. Both are possible. Both are possible to you. We have a concept called as SPA, single page application. Single page application. What is that? Single page application means there will be one page here. Everything will be on the same page on. Selecting, inserting, updating, deleting, whatever you do, everything will be done from that particular page on. Did you catch my point? Yes or not? Means our MVC is not like a single page application. For display all, we have one page. Display single, we have one page. Insert, another page. Update, another page. Like we create multiple views now. No. We have a concept called single page application. Single page applications means only one view. Everything will be on that view only. Selecting, inserting, updating, deleting, all things will be on the same view. And if you wanted to build a single page application, then we take the help of Angular, React. These are all mainly for creating SPA-based applications. Single page applications. Did you catch my point or not? These are all for creating what? Single page applications. We just create the single page applications by using them. Okay now? Well, if that is the case, guys, first I will show you SPA, single page. So for that, you can use Angular. We can use React. If you're not familiar with these two, we will use jQuery. jQuery also same. Angular is an advanced, say, JavaScript. Advanced library is jQuery. Still advanced is Angular, React. React and Angular are still more advanced. Okay. What is the difference means? In jQuery, all the logic should be written by using JavaScript, where JavaScript is not type safe. But if you go to Angular or React, you write the code by using TypeScript, where TypeScript is type safe. TypeScript is type safe. Language difference, but all these technologies are same. Okay. JavaScript advanced library jQuery. Still advanced is React and Angular. So I'm going to show you with jQuery, guys. I'm going to show you with jQuery. But if you understand the process tomorrow, you're working with Angular also, same coding will be there. Or if you're working with React also, same similar code. Maybe the coding will be done by using a different language called as TypeScript language. That's it. Fine, we'll do that, guys. Watch, look at this. Actually, we develop all the APIs in one project here. We develop all the APIs in one project. After that, we develop a separate project for consuming them. Sometimes it can be like this. In the same project, I want to do both. What is that? API controller, MVC controller, both I want in the same project. Understood? If that is the case here, when you are creating the project, select up both the two checkboxes. What? MVC checkbox also, API also. But we did not do that. We selected only a web API checkbox. We did not go for an MVC checkbox. Tomorrow you have a requirement like this, select both the checkboxes. But sir, I forgot, sir, I selected only web API checkbox, but later I thought like I want MVC also now. Are you getting my point? Okay, no worry guys, we can do it now also. We can do that now also. Okay, how to do that? Let me show you. Okay, what I'm showing you, see? Remember guys, AJAX calling is what I will show you now. From the same project in which web API is developed. Okay, add a MVC controller in your project now. You have to add a controller now. Right click, add controller, MVC controller, home. I added a controller here. It added me one file called readme.txt. Read it. I added you, but still you're required to make some changes. It is telling you. What are the changes? Telling you. If it doesn't have application start, write this. And afterwards, go for doing all these registrations, route config. If you have any bundles, bundle configs. If you have any filters, filter configs, all these configs should be added there. That is what it is telling you. If you have any areas, area registration. Right now, okay, before adding, I should have shown you. Open the global.ASX. In global.ASX, right now, it is only Web API config registered. Why? When we created the project, we registered Web API now. And now see, when you added an MVC controller, it added your route config, see? It added a filter config, see? It added a bundle config, see? It added all these things now. And telling you, array, do registration of all the appropriate things. Did you catch my point? Okay, in the route config, it defined the routes to you. Error coming. You're required to install a package. I'll show you. Same with filter configs. See there, handle error filter is global registered. Bundle config. I think it installed you CSS. Okay, styles it did not install. Sorry, scripts it did not install, but content it has installed, and it is writing some coding on all these particular things. Okay, and it is asking you to install the appropriate packages first. So step one is you're required to install, and after install, step one is add a MVC controller, and this action will raise errors in the application because we have opened an empty project and selected Web API checkbox. But now we have added MVC controller. Fix the errors, two packages. One, this is for MVC to work. This one, bundling. When I explained you bundling, we installed this package. Do you remember? In the bundling classes, we installed this package. This is for MVC. Tools, you get package manager. Once after installing the packages, MVC. Second one, web dot optimization. So without all this pain, what I'm telling is at the time of opening the project, select of the MVC checkbox. So automatically it will install of all these things to you now. Because we're done in the middle. Because tomorrow you too also can come across a situation like this now. You added API project. Next, you want to add a control and test it first. For local testing should be done. You want to test it. For testing now, if you want to add a MVC controller, all these errors will come now. How to fix it, I'm showing you. Okay. So fine, guys. Now build a project. Build succeeded. Build succeeded. But still, your routing it doesn't work until you register this in the global.asx now. Come on. Route config dot register routes. If you want filters, register filters also. If you want bundles, register bundles also. Do all those registrations. Now I don't want to use any filters or bundles. I'm not doing it, but you're required to do that. That's it. The README file is telling you all the things you're required to do. Is it clear? Okay, so for filters, this is what I should write. Go to global.ajax. Where is it? For filters. If you are using any areas, area registrations. If you are using bundling, bundles. All listing you see. Okay, now? So like that, you just require to perform the things in the global.ajax file basically. Okay. And here it mentioned you like you require to import some namespaces. What is it? MVC, routing, optimization. Basically in a copy paste, automatically everything came here. I did not use bundling. If I use bundling, optimization is required then. See, I'll copy this line also, bundle config. I shown you this feature, na? When you copy paste, it will bring you all the things. But it mentioned you, or import all these things and add all these things. Okay. So these are the changes you require to make to convert your project into MVC compatible, not MVC also. MVC. It is Web API compatible. Nowadays, yeah, means both will run for you. You can test MVC controllers also, Web API controllers also. For example, let me add a view for this. Add view. Index page. Okay. Smart controller. Actually, we done a small mistake here. Still, what is it showing you here? IS Express. But we hosted on IS, na? So you're showing you local IS only. But why it did not work? We required to click on the save button. We did not do that. Once we click on the save button only, it will change for you. I said you this earlier also. We need to save. We did not save. That's why it is showing as IS Express. But we already hosted there. Yeah. Now let me run, guys. Running under IS. If you want to run a API controller, what you will say? Slash. If you want to run an API controller, what do you say? Slash API slash controller name. Okay. Basically, there's an error here. There is some error. What is coming for you in this? Because of this error, it is not loading. What this error is, when I do a manual installation, there's a problem here. When I do a manual installation, it's a problem. But when I select off the checkboxes, this problem will not come. But when I do manual installation, this problem will come with the web.infrastructure. If you face this problem, open web.config file. This is the one which is causing the error. Comment, run. Comment that code and run, that's all. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. Well, creating only, select up the checkboxes, this type of problems won't come. API, customer. Directory virtual path. This bundle config is causing error. Why? Content folder is not there now. I think don't register that. Don't register that. The bundle config don't register. Why content folder and all that jQuery is not installed? Sorry, Bootstrap is not installed. That's causing the error. That's all. I said you register only one. The classroom I shown you all, but in the notes I given you register only one. That's all. API / customer runs API controller. Why? We have a API config also. Web API config is there. Now see. Home index. Both are runnings. Running MVC controller. Right? Same way. API controller. You call test or anything, whatever it is. API. Both are working. Well, both are registered. API config is also registered. MVC config is also registered. MVC config means route config. Okay. So both are registered there. You see. See. Web API config. Route config. Both are registered. That is why both are running for you in the project. And do one thing. Try like this. Don't write any code. Try like this. Try to create a project by selecting both the two checkboxes and check now. Then everything will be ready, available for you. Both will be registered. I don't require to write any manual code. I don't require to install anything manually. All these things will not be required there. That's all. Okay now? Fine. So tomorrow, if you face your problem, how to fix it is what I just demonstrated for you. But if you don't want to face these problems or see the errors, select both the checkboxes and create up the project. Okay, guys. Now here I have an index page now. Let me close all these things which I don't require. Bundle config, filter config, route config, web config. Okay. I want this test control also don't require. I want a customer controller, home controller, index. Guys, I wanted to call the API from here. I wanted to call the API from here using jQuery. Using jQuery. Install jQuery on your machine first. What's it? jQuery. And jQuery comes with the inbuilt AJAX support now. Okay. Let's design. And guys, listen, I'm designing a spa. I'm designing a spa. And to design the spa, compulsory, you're required to use either jQuery or Angular or React. With MVC, you cannot design spa. Why? MVC means all the things will execute on server side. A request should go to server now. But here, you see on the page, it will work like a desktop application. What do you mean? No submit will happen at all. Page won't refresh. I will insert, I'll update, I'll delete, but page won't be refreshed. How, sir? AJAX. That's what I explained about AJAX already. Background calls will happen. Page will be like that only. Just like a desktop application, it will be completely experience will be. Are you getting me? Spa, we call them as spa applications. That is only what I'm going to design and show you right now. Okay. Fine, guys, we'll do it. What do you want? Actually, I want to create a page. I want to create a page now. The page should contain a table with two columns. Clear? The page should contain a table with two columns. Table width is equals to 100%. Okay. And TR, one TR only, two TDs. Clear? 100% na? It is 100%. We have one row, two columns. First column, I want to add another table. In the first column, I want to add a table to display the customer's data, to display the customer's data with all the 5 columns in it now. Means table, another table inside of it now. Are you clear? Okay. And you know the design. What is the design? Array, 5 columns here. Table border is equals to 1. Align is equals to center. And this tr th. What is the first one? Name, city, balance, status. Okay. And what is the header row now? This is the header row. Guys, in HTML, do you know this tag? We have an option to tell this is header row, this is body row also. What is it? T-head, T-body. Generally, we don't use head, but we have an option. What is it? T-head, T-body. T-head is to tell header, T-body is to tell body. So this is T-head, right? T-head. This is the header row, guys. Oh, I used a TDR. Thank you. Same way, T-body is a T-body. And here comes the body. Here comes the body. So what you're doing, guys, this is your page. You have a table. The table has 1 row, 2 columns, right? Two columns. Okay. In this column, I am adding another table now. How many columns? 5 columns. ID. Name. Next. City. Balance. Status. Header row. Header row I added now. Bodies I did not add. Okay. Again. On the other side also, I'm going to add a table. On the other side also, I'm going to add a table. And it will contain do you understand the structure? 6 rows. First, second, third, fourth, fifth row should have 2 columns. What you will show? What I will show? Column names here, text boxes there for entering a new record now. In the last, I will add you 4 buttons. 4 buttons. Insert button, update button, delete button, reset button. Am I clear? So totally 3 tables. Did you understand? First, outer one is a table. That one width I set 100% now, full size. 1 row, 2 columns. First column, add 1 table. Second column, added another table. Clear with the HTML? Watch, guys. Look at each and everything carefully. This is the first table. What is the width? What it has? One row. One row. And this row has two columns. Clear? This is the first column. First column should contain a table in it again, right? Table. Name. TBL customers. This table's first row is a header row, correct? See the structure. Border 1, align center, ID TBL customer. Watch. Caption. Next, first row is the T head. T body is a T body. T body should dynamically come here. That is based on the data. I cannot write static data now. The T body is static or dynamic? Dynamic based on the number of records in the table. That many. Right now, 16 records are there. 16 records should be dynamically built. I'm not going to manually type now. But T head is fixed, right? See the T head. Already said you that. T body. I typed this already and shown you. I deleted, but I typed you already. Second, is this table clear? So T body is empty. T body I will add you dynamically. Okay, fine. Sorry. The first column clear. Second column. Second column contains a table again now. Watch. This is a table. But now I have buttons. Submit button is there. That is why form tag is mandatory. ID, FRM customer. See, I have a table in it now. I have a table in it. See, this has rows. Okay, 5 rows. For status, I did not add the checkbox, I think then. Oh, 5 rows. First row, customer ID. Second row, name. Third row, city. Fourth row, balance. Fifth row, buttons. Okay, I don't have this row, guys. I have only 5 rows. Okay, now I have only 5 rows here. Yeah, first row. Left hand side, customer ID. Right hand side, text box. Beside the text box, one button. For what? Search button. Search button here means you enter the ID and click on the search. It should bring me the data now. Okay, come on, watch. TD. Second TD. What do you have? Open the mouth here. What is this? Brainless fellows. Text box here. First tell that. Who asked you name of it? A text box. ID. Customer ID. And name is customer ID. And this is only our property name also. And we know that name mapping systems in MVC. Next. Button. Boolean search. Name is Boolean search. Value, just 3 dots. See? I'm writing an on-click function for it. It's all JavaScript, client-side coding. What is the name? Get customer. Get customer. So when I run this, you will see the output of it, how it comes. This is the first row. Second row. Second row, label text box, that's all. Label text box, that's all. Third row, label text box. Fourth row, label text box. Fifth row, buttons. Four buttons are there, guys. Watch them carefully. I merged. See, that only shown you I merged. Here I had 4 buttons. First button, reset. Reset doesn't require any logic, na? There's no logic for this. But see, 4 JavaScript methods. First method. Array, 3 only visible. First method. Get customer, already shown you that. First method, get customer. Second, third, 4, delete customer. I require all these methods. Apart from this, I want another method, get all customers also. So 5, get all customers, get customer, add customer, update customer, delete customer. Is the design clear, everyone? Shall I run and show? Right now, no data. But the bank design comes for you now. See the design. See there, two equal parts are divided. I removed the outer table, borders are not there. Otherwise, there is also a table now. Array, all lines will look awkward here. That's why I did not use there. Border is equals to 1. See how it looks. Doesn't look good. Again, this is a row. This is like, it doesn't look good. That's why I removed of the outer line borders now. Inside, this is one table. Than the table. For the inner table also removed borders. If there also have borders, all these things will give a worst experience to user. Means the user experience. So many lines. Is that clear? Avoid all this nonsense. Just remove off unnecessary borders there. Okay. See, basically, your width and all. See, this one is there now. This is to the top. Generally, this is the. Just a minute. Sorry. What is the cell size, cell height? Cell height is this one because this is the higher length. This will take the cell height. So because this is the cell height, by default, this will come and sit in the center. But without sitting in the center, I used vertical align top. Always put it on the top now. If I don't use the V-align top here, generally, if I don't try to V-align top, all these are CSS. You might. It doesn't look good. The settings are, that's what all HTML settings, what I've done. Okay. CSS and all. Yeah. Okay. We will remove that borders also. Yeah? Fine. Now what next? First, load the data. When it should be loaded? Page load means body on load. Body on load. We need one JavaScript function called with some name like get customers. Getting me? I don't require to stop this here because this is complete client-side code now. This is completely client-side code. And because this is completely client-side code, I can keep it in the run mode and write my logic. Come on, let me go to the head section. Script. My first method is get customers. I don't know what I named it. Get customers on it. I named it as get customers. Look at this, guys. If you understand this, because already I explained to you yesterday. I already explained you yesterday. Look at $.AJAX is a function. For that, you're required to pass on the information. And the information is in the curly braces. Say URL. See the URL. What are you calling? Louder here. API. We are calling the API now. Customer API. API/customer. I'm calling the API. Next, type. Get. Data type. I'm asking, I want the data in the JSON format. I want the data in the JSON format. If I say data XML, I'll get XML format. No, I want JSON. Data type JSON. Success. Build table. Error. What are those? Yesterday thought you, today you forget it. Separate functions there. Yesterday F1, F2 are the function names we were given. F1 is one function. F2 is another function. Today, build table is one function. Display error is another function. These are two separate JavaScript functions now. Yeah, method or function. JavaScript now. So for JavaScript, what we call is function. Okay. So we need to write two more functions, man. What is this? Build table. Guys, help me. Public build table. Is build table going to receive any input? Yesterday it received an input here. Message. Right? Now tell me, is build table going to receive any message, any information? Louder. API will return. What will it return? JSON or some JSON or XML is saying what it comes? Data, list of customers here. You'll get the list of customers now. What are you calling? Get. Get will return you list. Yesterday, your method returned you a string. So because you returned a string, you have taken a string now. Now it is going to return you a list. But sir, JavaScript doesn't have data types now. Array, that is yesterday you simply written as response string. Now also you write the same thing only. All the list will come here now. The names are our choice, that's all. But just to make it meaningful, I'll say customers. So what is customers? A list of customer. A list of customer. You will get all the data there. Got it? Yesterday I clearly said you don't require to explicitly pass. If it is success, the result will come there directly. If it is a failure, it will go to display error. Let me check what did I write in display error basically. It is on the top only, I think. Get customer, build table. Oh, display error. Nothing here, simply a window dot alert message. That's all. A window dot alert message. What is the name of your JavaScript? Get customers. Can I call it here? Do you require to make repeated calls? No need. Yesterday, that is a different scenario. We made repeated calls, but today I don't require get customer. Right now, if still we did not write any logic here, simply if I say alert and if I say customers, okay, what will come, we'll see. But if it is success, this alert will come. If it is a failure, this alert will come. Correct? Save it. Come to page, refresh. Count the number of items you have. Sixteen records are there now. The 16 records are coming to you right now as an object. As a object. What objects are? JavaScript object. That is we need to explore it and pick one by one value from that now. We need to explore and pick one by one value from that. Okay now? Just a second. Do you have an API with the name customers? Clear? Understood? Okay. Let me fix this. Now tell me, where is the data, sir? The data is inside the customer. Okay. Now, use a for each loop, pick one by one record, and build a row and add it to the T body. Did you understand or not? So, what I'm telling you, where is the data? Contains all the customer data in it. Contains all the customer data in it. What should I do now? Pick each row from customers by using a JavaScript for each, not C# for each loop. Again, if you think C#, no, you're writing JavaScript code now. JavaScript for each loop. Step 2. Okay. Build a row. Build a row. Build a row means TR, yeah. You're required to build a TR now. Okay. For each row. Add it to the T body. Did you understand? And here build a row, okay, for each row by adding when the loop runs here, when the loop is running every time, a row should be constructed now. And the row should contain 5 TDs. Got it? That is the logic I should write. Understood? Huh? Observe. Check this code. This is a JavaScript for each loop, not C#. JavaScript. What is it? Each. What am I passing? List here. Why you're reading the names? What I'm passing? List. The list is passed to it. You write how you for each loop. For each customer in customers. If it is C#. But JavaScript. JavaScript is a different style. What is it? Customer. And then you're required to pass a function call for it. A function to it. A function to that particular thing. What is it? Anonymous again. See, function. What is this? It will return the index value for you now. First one, 0. What is this? Customer. Understand, man? Customers. Customer. If you write the same in C#, you will write like this. For each, where, customer, in, customers. But in JavaScript, your index also there, record is also there. In C#, there is no index, only record. But in JavaScript, index also will be there. You can even get the index from here now. And here, the customer. Okay? See, this is an anonymous function. What I'm writing, see, it started here, stopped here. And see, the brace started here now, and the brace closed here. This is all inside of the for each loop now. Okay? What I'm checking here, see? What is it? Ternary operator. If status is true, I'm reading it as active. Otherwise, inactive. Means on the front end, I want to show as active and inactive now. That is the plan. Now, what is this? Array, that's not text box here. Table. That is your table. Which table? Just a second. Sorry. Not first table now. I'm sorry. You're referring to your table now. You're referring to the table. Dot You know, append, eh? Append. It should append, not add. Add is different, append is different. Append means append them, add more and more rows. See what you're doing? TR. TD, align center. What I'm putting there? By TD. By TD. Again, align right. Why? Numerics and decimal should always be right aligned. So this is balance, I think. That is why right aligned, balance. Next, city again left aligned. Next, status. Status. See there, I put that value. I did not put true or false. What I'm putting? Status. What is the status? We have done this calculation on the top. Say, if it is true, it will show you active. Did you understand this? Do you remember in C# you learned this? What? This append method has a drawback. What is the drawback? Once you get 10 records, again if I reload, another 10 records will be added. Append, we face this problem with list control in C# already. And to resolve it, we have written the logic first: clear the old and freshly add. Clear the old and freshly add. Remember that? I'm doing the same thing only. Observe this statement carefully. Did you understand? TBL customers is your table. Under that, tbody.empty. What it indicates? Empty the tbody. Now you understood why I used tbody. Did you understand why I used tbody and thead now? If I don't use tbody and if I say empty, header row also will be cleared off now. But I don't want to clear the header row. What I want to clear? Body rows. That is why we are calling tbody.empty. Means only body is removed. Header will be like that, only body is removed and freshly adds you. Freshly adds you all the things. Save it, come back, refresh. You should see the data now. Loading wait. That's your data. See, 16 records, right? Active, inactive. Clear. Understood? What next? I want to add a new record, sir. I want to add a new record. Okay, I will enter here. 117. Okay, enter some name, whatever it is, enter all the data, whatever you just require in this case now. Okay, I'm entering a name as Prakash. Balance some 22,000. Like this, I'm just going to enter as Chennai. Okay, click on, that should be inserted. That should be inserted. So when I click on insert, basically there is no page reload at all. Do you notice that? If I write the code for insert, that record should be inserted and shown for me here. Do you have the JavaScript function? No, we did not have it. That's why if you go to inspect, errors are there here. Why you got? You clicked on the button here. That's why you got it. You click on update. JavaScript doesn't show you errors directly. This is one of the biggest headache with JavaScript now. So you got to go to inspect and keep that console open and see what errors are coming on your application now. So it is asking you, write a add customer, write a update customer, write a delete customer. Shall we? Okay. First one, add customer. First one is add customer. Guys, all of you carefully watch this. This is get customers now. Let me copy this as it is. Guys, observe. Let me copy this as it is. Paste here. See, this is what I'm telling you. API is same. It will perform an insert now. It will perform an insert. It is going to perform an insert. But sir, data, you need to pass the data. You need to pass the data by using another parameter data. You need to pass the data by using a parameter data. That is the input what I just wanted to give. Are you clearer or not? Okay, same way if I change that to, okay, I will put it up. If I change this to put, it'll do an update now. It'll do a delete now. Are you clear? That type plays the important role here. That type plays the important role here. Are you following my point here? The type is going to be important. What is the type now? Post. Okay. So I need to pass the data. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Not data type, sir. I'm sorry. I said wrong. Here. If it is put, it'll do update. It'll do delete. URL won't change. I don't call a particular method. URL is same. The type here will make the difference to you now. That is what the concept of the RESTful services. Did you understand me or not? That is the concept of the RESTful services. Okay, right now what do you want? What do you want? Post. I want a post to be done here. Understood all of you? So post action. Then I should specify the data, guys. How to specify the data? By using an attribute called data. By adding one attribute called as data. I said you already now, data. Here I can pass the data. It is single value, something like a string like this, you can directly pass off. No, not a single value. 4 values should be passed. What for? ID, name, balance, city. And if I don't pass, status will go false, but inside your code you made status true already. That code is there. You need to pass it in JSON format here. You need to pass it in JSON format. Guys, listen carefully. You should pass it in JSON format. So should I build a JSON here? Actually, you need to build a JSON, but without you building a JSON, JavaScript has a direct method for you called watch that. FRM customer dot serialize. It will take all the input fields on the screen. What are the input fields? 4 text boxes and build a JSON for you. Build a JSON for you. Control name will be the property name now. Key name. Control value will be the key value. It will build off directly to you. Oh, no need to construct. No need. Directly this statement will do. Okay, if this is their one line code then. Are you getting me? If I have multiple lines of code, I require to open the curly braces and do it now. But with one line of code, no need. Directly enough. Okay? It will send you the data directly in a JSON format to the API. So to understand that, add a. The post should receive all the data now. Are you getting my point? The post should receive all the data. We'll see, guys. Now there's a breakpoint. We'll see the appropriate data. Okay. Success. What do you want to do in the success? Build table. Huh? No. Why do I build a table? If it is success, I want to do something like this. What, reload. Reload. What I want to do? Reload. Understood? Means I need to call get customers. Hey, reload, yeah, get customers. But I want to clear the content in my text box also, sir. Once inserted, clear the data now. Understood? I'm writing a function, guys. Clear and load. Some name here. Clear and load. It's my user-defined function. And in that function, what I am doing is very simple. You can just watch what am I doing. Oh, we did not change the name of the method here. Huh? What is it, guys? add customer. I'm sorry, add customer. Okay. And see the clear and load method. Can you understand the first line? What happens? It will trigger the reset button code now. What will reset button do, guys? Clear all the fields. All the fields are cleared. Next line. Get customers. You're calling the get customers. Data is reloaded. Last line. Focus. You're setting the focus onto the first. You've done it in your web forms, Windows forms, all the times you've done it now. Same coding, that's all. But here we are calling trigger reset. You have this in your C# also, remember? Perform click in C#. What is that? Perform click. BTN clear dot perform click will do it. C# Windows forms we learned. This is JavaScript. This is JavaScript code. Trigger reset. Okay. So guys, let me save it. Come here. I'm sorry. Refresh once to affect the new changes. We'll try to post the video, guys. We'll try to post this today's video. Don't worry. We'll ask the admin to give today's video to you. Okay. Entered, okay? Click on insert. Click on the insert button. It hit you the post action. Check. It is same like MVC only, na? But now it is coming through jQuery. It is coming through a jQuery basically. And now you have all the data loaded there. Okay. Array, rest of the code you know now. I don't require to tell you the rest of the things. You know that. Check it out. Understood? And all of you, okay, remove the breakpoint. All of you, check. It is cleared. The focus reset. 118. Some XYZ. Some balance of 20,000. And like Bengaluru. All of you focus. Concentrate. There is no post back at all. Check it out. Did you notice? Page did not refresh at all. Record is added. Why? AJAX calling. We are doing a AJAX call. This is what I explained to you yesterday also. It's a pure AJAX call. Clearer or not? Still, what do you wanted to do? Update, delete. But we want to update, you want to get it first. What is that? I will enter here 106. Should get me the data. Should get me the data. Okay, I'll explain you the logic tomorrow. I'll explain you the logic tomorrow because we learned a lot today. I'll explain the logic. Just I will copy paste and run the code and show you. That's it. What is the method? Same get call now. See the data. Array, get require an ID. Right? Where is the ID? Dollar has customer ID. Last class I explained you that. I'm referring to the text box now. Dot val. The dot val will get the value of it now. Okay. And afterwards, I'm going to display all the appropriate thing. Okay. I will tell you the logic. I'll explain you in the next session. What is the method? Get customer. See, refresh. Once you make changes, don't forget to refresh. Changes won't affect otherwise. One 106. Something wrong. Inspect is not coming. Oh, loaded. Took time here. It is running in the background. See, data loaded. I'll make some change now. Should update. Update code and insert code are same only. Update code and insert code are same only. What will change, sir? The type changes from post to put. That's all. Update code and insert code are same only. Exactly same. See, this is add customer, update customer. See, everything is same. Okay, I'll paste it below this only. Check, compare it. Line by line, compare it. Type only changed. Rest all is same. What changes here? Type changed. That's all. Save. Again, enter something. Click get. 16,000. Which record? 106. Keep concentrating on that. Notice that no post back done at all. Updated. I want to delete 104. I want to delete 104. So first I'll say 104 get delete should delete. Are you clear? Guys, actually delete, you need to pass some information to it, right? Same like same like get customer. Forget already, eh? Same like get customer, na? Get customer. For that also we passed an ID. Now also you need to pass the ID. Now also you need to pass the ID. Okay? You can pass that ID in two ways here. One way. Second, you can put a concatenation here and also pass it now. Slash there and also pass it now. To make you understand both, I passed this in the second style, guys. Observe. First, I'm asking a confirmation. Watch. You remember this now? If status means if true. I'm making a call. See? Delete. Data type JSON. No data. Sir, where is data? Data is here. I can pass like this also. Why? Query string is possible for ID. See there, slash. Remember that now. Dollar hash customer ID dot val. That will provide the value. So the value will go in a query string format now. It will go in a query string format. See, for all these three, this is commonly done. What? That is the reason why I have written that as a separate function for you. I called in insert, I called in update, I called in delete. All the three places I made a call. Okay. So refresh. Yeah. 104. Concentrate on 104 in the right left hand side now. Got it? Are you clear? So did you understand what is SPA? Understood? Single page application. This will not be any post back, but all actions looks like a typical desktop application. Web application with a desktop application effect using AJAX. Are you clear? Okay, I'll explain you the code of get customer. Update. I already explained you. What I required to explain is only get customers. I'll tell you tomorrow. And still I'll ask you to admin to try post the video also for you, because we learned a little bit complex concept also. So I'll ask to post the video. Let me stop it, guys. We'll meet tomorrow.